Good day and salutation, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Together.
Yay! We always start with a blunder. Always start with a blunder. It's okay. You know, they come here for this. They expect you to blunder every time you start the intro.
We were talking about the Attack of the Tomatoes, and then you just went 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I mean, I can't really lead to a dignified
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Get it right. If you're gonna say it right.
All tomatoes are killers.
Tomatoes are
Depends.
disgusting.
I mean, they've got that acid thing going on. It's dangerous.
Tomatoes are disgusting.
No,
Wait a minute.
I love them.
I mean, same. They're still dangerous. They try to eat you back. It's like pineapple. They're like trying to digest you while you digest them.
I very much prefer them pulverized.
And I will fight whoever says
I very much prefer them pulverized.
Yeah!
There's a fist bump from.
There we go.
And here's
Anyway, Grin Mill, thank you for all the art that you've done for us. It is
Hi, Grin.
amazing in every way, shape, and form. We also have to do a shout out for RPG Elements because I bought a shit ton of his stuff. He's not sponsoring me, but I would like to sponsor.
You're sponsoring him.
I'm sponsoring him, you know. I like his stuff.
Well, you're
he
paying
makes
him.
awesome stuff.
You're paying him a lot of money.
Hey, all I can say is that when I saw a ground maul followed by an execution set, like an executioner set, I'm like, yeah, this is my place. Yeah.
Just gonna nab half your store. Okay, you resplit. Okay, let me get the other half.
Apart from that, huh?
I don't know.
Are we missing anything? I feel like I'm missing
I
something.
don't know. Yeah, gosh, that's. You know what? No, I don't think so. I've got some cool ass dice from and a lovely dice tray from Talon and Claw, but
Yeah, I mean-
again, some cool stuff.
Some cool stuff. Again, we're
Just
not
cool stuff.
sponsored. We're just doing like what we like. No.
Yeah, I mean, look at this.
Not to mention the table and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
so
But there's
we
a
got-
specific video you can go for that for the
Killer.
main table.
I don't know if it's in focus or not.
No idea. Most likely not.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's get started before technology kills me because it hates me. Maybe it'll start working. But,
What are you talking about? They're not here for professionalism.
Yeah. All right. So let's get to the intro.
Wow,
See you in a moment.
and
Start
we're the
intro.
ones
Let's
who
go.
can
Let's
drink it.
go.
How did we not?
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that introduction. I am trying to flip through 50 pages of lore to figure out where the hell I'm at.
Because he doesn't work hard. He doesn't. He just kind of pulls a lot of this out of his ass. He doesn't
Yeah.
write any of it down.
I mean, that's all good DMs. It pulls right out of your ass.
Yeah.
That's great, too.
My notes from last session. We gave too much info to the Dixies.
Yeah.
Chamber of the Dormant One.
I want to say right now, based on what everyone has been saying, it's not clear what kind of dungeon master he is. There's been a lot of talk of pulling things out of people's asses and Dixies, and we might be in a setting I'm not prepared.
You're prepared for this setting, Carlton.
You guys are taking notes.
You guys, that's the meme. You guys are taking notes. All right. Chamber of the Dormant One. The Great Beast, armless dragonborn, protects the body and body at the corpse tree roots. That's what I remember.
All right. Which don't worry, I remember quite well where we are. It's specific setting up so I don't go flip on certain things. Anyway, so the Silver Menagerie, travel in the desert of teeth.
Traveling.
Traveling and meet. Whoa. Okay, sorry. I thought for a moment we needed to restart.
Yep.
Anyway, through the desert team, got trapped on a rock with a bunch of nomads that was being held hostage by a sand dragon. And then you turned around and said, I'm going to go punch it in the face. They
And
said,
we did punch it in the face.
And you did punch it in the face. They rewarded you with your stuff and more stuff.
That's right.
And they agreed, since you definitely saved their lives and gave them water and gave them food, strange food, exotic food, but still food, they led you to a Shadowfell portal made from one of the roots of the corpse tree itself. You barely entered the home domain of Niquis, entering the corpse tree's domain as an unfortunate situation events of not quite sure what's going on with your infused shadow plant devil friend, companion, that started to go primal, or has conflicts with controlling its body that it was possessing. Seemingly entering a mature stage. What happened to my...
Pretty soon it's going to start getting hair in funny places, start thinking about girls.
See, again, we're at mature content.
Well,
What
you know,
kind of
I do
dungeon
get to
is
check
this?
Off, I do get to check off every time we upload a video.
Is this
is not made
18 or
for
plus?
kids.
God damn it. The Lord of Better Frost came, essentially did the sucker punch maneuver, froze most of the party, except for Niquis, that was ordered off thanks to someone's spells. You said your piece
Totally
after
sorry.
getting them out of the way, and summoned a horde of devils to sick on him as he said, essentially, screw it, I'm not going to work with you anymore, and went on to a new subject that you provided in the past. A scientist illithid, essentially, that was going to say a bunch of dialogue, but thanks to your mind, no touching zone thing.
Yep.
No dialogue was said on at least that side, so it was like listening to one part of a phone call.
Stay out of my brain.
But it was clear that he was not happy that he was summoned. And he had a couple of smaller known Ceramorphosis, along with these strange spider-like creature with elongated necks that seemed to be controlled and mounted. You fought? The Lord of Bitter Frost was shunted from this location by the proper ruler of this location of the Shadowfell. And then you guys broke through the frozen Shadowfell portal. Shadowfell, shadow stuff.
Shadow.
Shadow.
Get on with it. Get on with it.
I mean, this is how it feels every time we're in a dwarven place, too. So, like, I don't want to fuck with you. Rocks.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Oh god. Get that again.
I know, yeah, we didn't want to do Scottish dwarves. We went Southern dwarves.
Southern?
No, not east. Never mind.
I'm like, how far southern?
Yeah.
Anyway. South is
You
just another form
dispatch
of down.
the foes, kill these two miniaturized illithids that had a punch and a half with them. But no one had any casualties, including your devil friends.
Yep.
Making sure that they are maintained in what you desire. You had
Blah,
a
blah,
conversation.
don't eat my friends.
You had a lot of conversation with the Dixie, giving information with the Dixie, trying to take something for granted in terms of agreements, and then made it so that she's become your guide and information as well. Meanwhile, that was happening as you guys were having this conversation. Ek and Vedek decided to go investigate the surroundings.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the field.
As you guys, as Ed
went
lifted up an
there.
area and saw a giant pile, a good 7 feet in diameter, just mound of gold gems and a purdy sword.
Look, it came on to me. Did you see what it was wearing? Shiny.
And while you guys, because we're doing a little bit of a back tracing here, because you guys were having a conversation and then they were having a text war with each other.
Watch last episode. See that.
Hey,
Are we, David texted me, are we stealing stuff? I'm like, of course we're stealing things!
well, come to
All
me.
caps.
Come to me. Come to me.
As you guys are taking in the surroundings, the rather bleak surroundings of the Shadowfell itself, changing the music over here.
Okay, but we're locked in until we get to
You're
the
locked
bubbling.
into conversation with the Dixies,
Yep.
as you named it, because she doesn't have a name yet, because she hasn't given you the name.
No, we gave her a name.
Or you gave her a name. So.
Chick.
You two, Vedic, joining up with Ek, having a little bit of a background conversation, and you finishing casting Detect Magic. There are indeed a numerous amount of items in there. I'm going to make a general perception check or investigation check, your choice, because they're not on the surface level.
Promise investigation is
All
a
right.
much better
and
skill for me.
you've cast a detect magic, correct?
Yes.
So that's where we're seeing perhaps.
That's where we're beginning the
So
conversation.
we weren't really touching anything. We were kind
Nope.
of pointing. We were looking at pointing. Perception check for me as well.
Yep.
What's 18 plus 9?
27.
27. My investigation is 27.
27?
Yep.
Okay. So there's...
Mine is 18.
Stand back, I'm an old hand at sifting through gold piles.
Are you actually touching anything?
Fucking kobold.
Ooh, I cast Detect Magic, should I?
You detect magic first.
Yes, but am I detecting abjuration magic?
You do not detect abjuration magic.
Okay, then I don't feel quite so
Dude,
bad about
I
it.
already have that model. Come on, I have a horde of
I
dragon
know,
goblins.
alright, so
Okay.
then, yes, I'm touching things, you bet.
Okay, so you
like,
step
like
into
I
it.
am like, the tiny little fucking golden kobold is going to Scrooge McDuck his ass.
It is a solid mass. So it's not like you're diving into it.
It's a slip slide of gold.
It is deeper than you expect, but the first thing, okay, so there are a number of 4 items underneath the pile of gems, numerous of gems, all the gold and silver pieces, no copper or any,
Like, we don't even need to
lesser-
take any, I'm just gonna rub it on.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't know where that came
Like looking over my shoulder.
Alright, so, aha!
Just the stuff that you think is glowing. The stuff you.
You seen this?
I see. I can't see the glowing part. When you say
So
that
if you're
things
just grabbing
glow and
indiscriminately,
the tech magic makes things glow, right? You can see things that are glowing from.
You have a very rudimentary grasp of magic, don't you?
Well, I thought it was rather. Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what. I've never seen.
Yes, it makes things glow. Here, what do you think of these?
okay, roll a d10. 3 times.
3d10.
The one that is out in the open that you don't even have to unbury
Is the sword.
is the sword.
Can you
That
pull
is
it?
not quite literally, almost like, it's like a sword into a stone kind of deal.
Can you pull the sword?
Oh, you know what?
5, 8, and 10.
5, 8, and 10.
Don't touch the sword. Don't touch the sword. Here's why. Look, it's the thing that is out there to say, touch me, grab me, take me. It's the trap. Don't touch the sword.
You do have a good understanding of magic.
No, I just have a good understanding
take-
of survival. Very big difference.
The 3 things that you pull right out the bag, eyes going straight to the magical stuff. And as you put your hand in, it's like 2, 4, 5, 8 inches deep. Wow. As you pull out the first one, and you pull out, normally a very haunting sight, as a miniaturized, almost like doll, but super elongated arm of gray flesh and still moist to the touch, partly gnawed, but the hands are forcefully extended out as if it's trying to strike itself. And it's like a thicker wand version.
Pointing at me? No.
Alright.
The next thing,
Some sort of wand.
you pick up a black onyx ring with a blue-purple striations across it. It's a rather simple ring, but the striations that are raked across it, that are almost like infused to the metal, the onyx itself, are striations of blue and purple.
Yes. I say, don't touch the sword. Leave the sword. I don't care. Look, it's not a
And then
sword.
you
that
find a
belongs to you.
silver ring around your hand that it kind of just, you put it in and you're like,
Come out with a ring.
you come out with a ring. But the silver, what looks like a normal ring, like a mundane silver ring, it kind of looks like a poor
There you
man's
go.
wedding band.
Does it come off?
Oh,
Make it strength check.
a strength check?
Rip.
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem for me.
You pop one after a few seconds. You pop. Your knuckle pops.
And
It's still
Hang
there.
on. I'm gonna call lucky.
Okay.
Does a 19... Ooh, 17. Does a
17?
17 beat
And you're
me?
like, as you keep pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling. 18 perception.
Yes.
He's sinking ever so slightly deeper and deeper. As you're like, your finger is about to pull off itself, and you can't get it off.
You're sinking.
Oh, well, I'm fine. So get out.
Make the strength check.
Oh, no.
Oh. You're the Scrooge McAsshole jumped in there. Oh shit.
That is a modified
Uh-huh.
1.
So as you try to move a little farther, you go from hip deep to chest deep as you're like trying to walk forward, but you're not moving. Almost like a strange variation of quicksand, but made out of gold and gems. As you're now about chest height, like, oh, this is not good.
I throw him rope. Here,
And you hear
pull
it.
out of my pack. Throw
As you see
I,
1, 2, 3 of those moth-type fairies.
Dixies.
I'll just use this short term.
You hear a small...
Don't bother. Misty Step.
Okay.
So I'm pulling out rope.
You pull that rope, and Vedic appears next to you and starts pulling out rope and starts handing it to you. What are we doing?
When you cast Misty Step, you feel as though the gems and coins, almost as if it's suffocating the magic itself. They don't really move, but you can feel that strange like tether, like, oh, something's trying to dispel it, but it goes through, and you hear, "Aww."
That's less than good. Fucking Dixies.
Yes, I know. I just used a short name for them.
Okay, Dispel magic.
Roll a d20 plus your.
Zap.
I'm assuming you're casting at 3rd level.
Assume
Yeah,
assume you don't have identify.
30?
You cast it. There's a small little, like almost like a shadow of lightning. Still there.
Doesn't come off, though.
You pull on it. It does not.
That was really cursed.
Might want to identify that. We'll do that. We'll do that. So sit down and hang on. I have to deal with something. Start pulling out, drawing chalk. You know, like.
Do we want to step out of this area?
Yeah. So pick which one do you want. I kind of want the wand.
Well, it was the wand and what else? And the ring that you have on that you don't want.
There's the silver ring, the onyx ring, and then the weird half-rotten
I
wand.
don't need the half-rotten wand.
You might be able to use it. All right. So let's start identifying. Hang on.
10 minutes later,
Yeah.
as the conversation
Great.
continues.
They're going on in the background. We're just like hang on.
This is a long conversation, actually. So, yeah.
Vedic,
it was a long
Vedic
conversation.
like pulls out like the bones and rattles them in a cup and lays them out. I'm like, okay, hang on, this
It's a good thing you didn't put that on your middle
that one
finger.
doesn't make any sense. Okay, so yeah, identify. You bet.
One moment.
You'd be walking around like this all day.
Nope. This is what you get. It is an incomplete decipher.
Incomplete decipher.
That incompletion probably is some sort of curse, based off of not being able to take it off.
Cursed items are kind of fun, though. They're like flavorful. They always kick in at the most inopportune times.
As long as they don't take an attunement slot.
It's like Vorpal armor. If you ever find Vorpal armor, never put it on.
This is awesome armor!
Precisely.
Yes.
Trust me, Vorpal armor does not protect you against Vorpal blades. It protects you from life. Permanently.
So.
Okay,
What do you see? What do you see? What do you see?
That's irritating, but
What do you
not.
see? What do you see?
And it does take an attunement slot right now.
Oh no.
Okay, fine,
This is what I said.
fine.
This
That's
is why
that's
cursed
fine.
items aren't fun. The 3 attunement thing is bullshit.
Curse of binding.
If you want to go Minecraft.
That's the best way to...
Okay, that's not a problem. I can remove curse, just not right now. So I'm stuck with this thing for. Well, how long are we going to be here?
What are you stuck for? What is this? What is it?
Oh, it theoretically might kill me. That's if assuming there's no significant fights. Don't fight the Dixies. Okay, what else we got?
The other thing is chicken bones can kill you theoretically as well. Just if you
What?
if they get stuck in your throat, chicken bones.
You don't chew the bones?
I do.
When have you ever had a chicken bone stuck in your throat?
I haven't.
You would have to be some kind of weirdo to die from a chicken bone stuck in
Because
your
you said
throat.
theoretically the ring could kill you. I'm just saying that theoretically it's not really that big different than a chicken bone.
How big a bone? Never mind. All right, so we've got
I feel like I'm
The
watching
two
a big
other
one
items.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what do we have here? What are those things? I'm not touching that one.
Your inventory log has been updated.
Thingy.
Well, he's continuing to cast this because it takes another 20 minutes. And at this point, after those three, the conversation is starting to wrap up with Eck and Sparks. You guys don't hear anything. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh,
Okay.
that makes sense.
With your passive perceptions, Eck,
We don't hear it.
you hear not pleasant but music, as the Dixies, as you guys have been calling them, have been playing pipe and strange music. Some of them string based, others that are almost like a haunting pipe sound that are like almost like low screams that make a variation of rather eerie music. It's making you a little uneasy as your eyes just trickle down towards that pile of gold, gems, that sword that's within reach.
Oh no.
You need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Surprise! It was all cursed.
FUCKDAGAIN. Fucked again.
Okay, here we go. Oh, fuck me.
I'm glad it's not me.
Wisdom saving?
Wisdom saving throw, dude.
I'm glad it's not me.
Because I have it straight up, man.
It's better than me.
Yes. Oh shoot, I'm not raising. Well, I have 0/1 in my wisdom.
You probably have some sort of protection.
Well, the ring of protection I have. So.
Yeah, that's
that's
plus
okay.
1 to your saving throws.
Cool. I've been missing that. No wonder. I always thought that was my thing when
Your
I was.
charming self.
Yes. No, when I was rage. I was thinking it was rage, but I've always been doing Constitution or Strength, so I assumed it was rage. But anyway, so this would be 13.
Surprisingly, in the Shadowfell itself, you fail.
A wisdom
And-
save of 13.
Unfortunately, Vedek, you don't have a high enough passive perception.
God.
As you're engrossed in your own work and a little annoyed with this ring taking an attunement slot. Ugh. It's been a while since that's happened. And before you even realize it, you notice your hand on the hilt as you took 1 and 2 steps into it as you begin trying to pull it out. I'm going to make a general strength check as you try to pull this great sword outwards. Beautiful gemmed encrusted hilt that almost has... Oh, never mind, you haven't pulled it yet, so...
I'm not raging, so I don't get
Nope.
to do advantage on my strength check. 10.
10?
Well, it's not a saving throw or a check?
Just check.
10.
Captain
10.
Mediocre.
As you pull 1, you take another step into it, now into the actual wool pile itself. You pull a second time, and you start to sink into it, but you're too gross. You need this sword. This sword's yours. Your hand's on it right now. You're refusing to part with it. Make another strength check.
Come on. Don't fuck me.
As the music gets a little bit louder.
19. Strength check. 19.
Strength check. After 2, 7, 20 seconds, you feel it shifting underneath. There shouldn't be anything that's holding it in. It's not actual stone itself. Maybe it's just the friction of the coins or something, or you're not quite sure. You're too distracted with needing to pull it out as you take another step forward, now clearly almost to your lower abdomen. In the coins itself, as you pull it straight on this beautiful curved long sword, almost like a saber, but enlarged in itself, as a 2-hand hilt, gold and silver trimmings that has this embellished hilt that wraps from the actual top to the actual base of it. That is just gem encrusted with various, very well carved gems and diamonds and other colorful materials that seem to arc with electrical discharges from each gem to another. And you're like, I finally got it! As you left hand just up, hits solid, and you notice the coin. And your eyes open a little wider as you seep in all the way down. You can make one athletics check. What is it?
Athletics, please, athletics. Please, athletics.
Because you pulled the weapon, so you're no longer under the wisdom thing.
Fuck. This is bad. He's like consulting the dictionary of things that are
Tanya
happening.
would like to point out that Nyquist warned you, motherfucker, and you get everything coming to you.
I mean, I'm the one with the low wisdom here, so I don't know what's going on here.
We don't know what's going on. Like,
I'm
I
fine with the
personally
damn voice
didn't
back.
touch anything. It was the music that made me do
You
it.
can either do an acrobatics or athletics check as you try to swim
You
your way
went
out
and
of this
looked at
pile
shiny
of
shit.
Athletics.
quicksand gold.
Athletics.
Athletics.
I warned you, everything wants to eat.
18.
18. You go to the neck. Make another one. As you're continuing to sink down, no longer able to move forward or backwards.
21.
21. You get a little bit to the chest as you inch yourself way to the edge of this pile as you're still. I'm not.
I'm stuck with a ring I don't want for the next 8 hours. I can't hear anything in my trance. You are interrupting me.
Refusing to let that go.
You are interrupting. You're being selfish. I'm.
Think about athletics as this haunting piping sound and almost twanging of noise from the very Dixies themselves playing music, drowning out all noises, gasping for air.
Fuck out of here. 30.
And this is not like normal water. Normal water you can swim through just fine. Any sort of liquid or anything like that, you're naturally, as a turtle, able to handle because of how you've been evolved to be a species. It's good smoke right now.
Right? He crawls out.
Climbing out
I'm
behind
beginning to
behind
think
him.
this was.
You're getting just almost to the edge, as you're about 2 feet from the edge itself. Make another athletics check.
It was a 30.
You're not
last time.
drowning, but you can feel almost like a suctioning going downwards to the center of the pit.
23.
23, as you're just like, nope, 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 as you feel something tickling the edges of your feet. Could be your imagination, but you don't want to find out. As you get to the edge and put your hand onto solid ground, still in the actual pit itself, make one final athletics check.
Motherfucker.
Damn.
Misty Step saved your ass.
Fuck you, motherfucker. 28.
28, as you pull yourself up, still sword in hand. Oh, it's victory sword, man. Still, that sword is so
So
beautiful.
as
As you pull,
You know,
saw
I had to
that,
work for
and
this thing.
dude,
It's really meaningful. So I had to work for it so hard.
I'm beginning to think
Are
this
you
was.
IKEA affecting your sword?
I popped the vein.
So imagine like act like crawls himself back onto the mossy loam that we're currently sitting on. I'm beginning to think this was a poor idea.
As coins are just kind of falling off.
As I broke a couple coins out.
yes, that would be the next stage if you failed. You hear a couple of laughers pointing, Sylvan talking in the background.
By the way, did you do any...
No?
Can you identify this?
Oh yeah, sure.
You know, you were doing identify at the time, right?
Yeah, you do identify.
Not even gonna
Is
know
that,
it's
is that,
the
is that a
sword.
ritual? Is that a ritual?
It is. It's
So we
absolutely
have
ritual.
another
It takes me
10
10
minutes?
minutes.
Needs another 10 minutes. We're going to be here a freaking hour.
Well, by now we're probably done with the Dixie.
Do I want to let go of this sword?
Make a wisdom saving throw.
15.
15. He begins to start casting, and you're like, pulling it a little closer towards you. And before you're able to really question it, both your attention is grabbed towards the finishing conversation. And both of you begin to just wander that direction.
Oh, looks like our segue has ended. Oh.
This is going to be called. This episode's going to be called Dixy-Land.
As it is the end of the conversation, and by this time you are rejoining with the rest of the group, and you fall asleep before you're able to truly question anything in general.
You stole something. Would be the moment to pop back.
What?
You are automatically attuned to that.
Shit, now I gotta figure out what I'm on tuning from.
Now, for me, that was an easy choice, but an annoying one.
At least it's a great sword, so that's good.
Did you suffer another exhaustion point?
And then you leave the Shadowfell portal once again to rest in the Desert of Teeth with your devil friends.
Bubble up.
One of
Devil's
you-
outside of the bubble.
Who failed on the second time going through the portal? I believe. Did you fail? I think so, there are 2 people that failed.
I'm willing to have failed. How about that?
Okay. I remember 2 people failed for the second time.
I don't think I failed. I think I only failed once.
David, do you remember if you failed on the second time? Yeah. It's a beautiful
I'm
sword.
volunteering as tribute.
It's
Okay.
a really pretty
And
sword.
then
Does anyone else want to volunteer?
it was
as
either
tribute?
Spark or X that failed a second time with
I'm
the second exhaustion.
Fairly
point.
certain it was him.
Mm,
I only have one marked.
I didn't have any failures of doubles. I took a potion of heroism to fill my exhaustion.
So he would have. If he failed. If he failed twice, he would have won.
I took a potion of heroism to remove my 1 exhaustion point.
And then you took another one going through the portal again?
No, I never took another exhaustion that I'm aware of.
We're going to have to go through the video after this and figure out who
I don't
failed it.
recall taking another exhaustion point.
Yeah, I don't think it was that much. I know he took one, and he took one, and he did the potion thing, and everybody else was fine.
We went back through,
And then
and
you had to make it a second time.
this was right at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Let's go. 2 people did. I volunteer as tribute. Ek, do you want to? Does anyone else want to? Or do we really have to go through
Because I did
video?
make note 2 people failed.
Please don't
I
make
just
me
was
go through
stupid because
video.
it
No,
was last minute.
I've been making those rolls without. If I volunteer as tribute, I'm happy to do
It's a
so.
natural 20.
But I've been making those rolls.
So I think I made it.
Okay. We can double check
Okay. Yeah.
because we do have
We
cameras.
challenge you to go through the video.
Yeah. Then again, I could be speaking on my ass again.
Please, call us on
Anyway,
our bullshit.
point is, you go through
Call
the
us on our
portal.
bullshit.
you
Please
have to
don't call us
make
on our
another
bullshit.
wisdom
I make
saving
so many
throw
mistakes.
as no one's. Nope, never mind. Couple you did suffer an exhaustion point. I do remember that.
Yeah.
And you guys are
I mean-
dog tired.
But we're like already in the bubble to go to sleep.
Correct.
So,
This was
like-
just a little bit of a segue of meanwhile kind of shenanigans. So you guys are
So what
panted
I'm
up.
saying is, it shouldn't, like, we can go back and verify, but it doesn't actually matter because we're about to get.
If you say so.
It's likely not going to matter
I like that.
because we're in the bubble.
Correct.
So, yeah.
So like 8-hour nappy nap.
Do we want to just go back to the painting? Not
I
there.
forgot what I'm going to untune from.
What? No, we went
Well,
back
you guys-
into the Desert of Teeth, and he already said it. The way that the last episode
Last episode,
ended,
we
Yes.
set it.
So
We set up the
just a little
bubble.
bit of a scene closure. You guys are set up the bubble. The nomads are camping a little farther away from you than last time,
What
as you put
the
a
devils-
small horde of devils on a perimeter watch with a explicit command to listen to Vedic.
Yep.
Uh,
And they're not allowed to eat any mortal without my consent.
along with other things.
Right. But
And
like on behalf
initially,
of the,
especially, well, for most people, it is unnerving. These things are not exactly pretty to look at, and they have this unnatural fear that just sits in the back of your head like a predator that's watching over you. Not moving, but just watching. As a form of a perimeter, a couple of them burying themselves underneath the sand. Only like 2 of them. As the Bone Devil himself seems to post himself off the higher dune off the perimeter, and instead of looking out, looks in.
it's fine. He's fine. Don't worry about it. Just go to sleep.
What would you like to do?
I'm going to sleep.
You're going to sleep. Easy enough.
Like, it's another one of those grab your removable rod, post up, hammock, bedtime.
Understood.
Question to the DM.
Yes.
Am I forced to use this in combat?
You are not forced to use this in combat.
I just don't.
You are attuned to it.
Gotcha. I just don't want to
Part with it.
part with it.
It is.
Very good.
It is a new story. It's a fancy.
It's actually got some cool abilities.
Yeah, that is the main appeal of it.
Yeah. I tempered with.
The inability to part with it.
No, there's other.
You
things.
don't know that.
There's other things. Tempered with, yes.
But you do have to
when-
tell on every long rest on what you're taking.
Correct. Right now, it is maxed out.
All right.
Because I like this weapon.
Okay.
Just going to go all in. All right, but now I have to figure out what I'm unattuning from.
I have so little magic gear. It was such an easy choice for me.
I'm going to have to... I'm going to have to unattune from my Ring of Protection. Otherwise, I unattune from Thornbriar.
It's your choice.
I'm going to have to. I'm not unattuning from my belt.
Now, be
What's the ring
mindful
of
of
protection do?
+1 to AC and saving throws.
Nah.
Because that's what I need.
I have this. Do you need...
You're just going to become a brick wall at this
I really want to
point.
hold on to this at this point. But I am...
You're just sleeping with it.
That's
like,
the
no,
goddamn
Like, I
the
want
gypsy.
it, but
Well,
I'm not
it is
gonna
when-
do it.
Wait. Where the hell did you get that?
I've had it.
They stole
When?
things.
You know what? It's so pretty. I'm surprised you haven't noticed. Just these little sparks going through the gems right here. Handle.
Are we going? Do we have the next morning?
If you want to go all rest, yes.
Yeah.
Ooh,
At the end-
actually,
Oh, okay. Brr.
are you down with me borrowing your AC bump?
You are soft and squishy. I'm happy to give you that.
That would be lovely.
Yes.
I would like to unattune for my Pearl of Power.
Your AC belt or your
You never really
ring of protection?
Oh,
I have not used it
Yeah.
once.
No, I'm not
That's
giving
why
up
I'm
my
like, oh,
belt.
please.
You can have the ring of
I
protection.
forgot you had that.
Yeah, he said
My
that was an
wrestler's
AC bump.
belt.
The Ring of Protection
Which
is an
looks
AC
like a
bump.
bunch of
Then
dwarven
yes,
leather
please.
carving.
Yes.
My AC is 13.
You are
Have the ring of protection.
Yes. And I have a handy spice pouch I can give you as well. No, I'm not giving you that. I can actually put ketchup on you if you like, because you are soft and squishy and good with ketchup.
Will dump dust of delicious at you. Stop being fucking weird.
All right.
No.
So, ring of protection. Here you
I
go.
want to make you dumber
I'm
and
pulling
make you
my.
think you're
I am
tasty.
now. I'm getting softer and squishier myself.
I have increased AC!
So I have a cool weapon that's got a problem in the fact that it uses a tunic slot that I don't want to use. However, there's a penalty with this particular.
Da. Enough with your talking.
So I'm thinking. Next morning, Vedek's standing there on flipping through page. Nope.
What?
Nope. Aha!
Roll a d20.
No, remove curse.
I know. Roll a d20.
Oh.
Shadowfell, bitch.
That's an 18 plus whatever you want me to roll. Aha!
What is
I
that?
win! I'm keeping you.
I did that too.
You, huh.
No.
Alright.
I like it. It's pretty.
It is pretty.
I've never had anything this pretty before.
What?
Normally, I'm not into pretty things, but I like this.
It looks like it's a person that is supposed to be on almost like a king, like a set of king armor kind of situation. That's how much gold and silver is put into it, along with the cut diamonds and gems and other
Just how
colorful
it
materials.
creates some attention.
So it'll attract attention. That will.
So
I
you
can put it
stole
away, buddy.
stuff.
What?
What?
It came on to him. This landed on me. I mean, this.
I was standing there, and then it said, "Ooh, pick me up." I didn't.
How close were you to the shiny things before
We
they
were
jumped at you?
coerced.
How
I
close
was standing
were you?
next to it, and I pointed at it. That's all
So
I did.
you went towards them
Well,
after I told you.
well, Look, that's
that
like saying
everything
I
there
can go toward that
was
tree.
going to kill you. That tree is not in the Shadowfell. I warned you. Everything in the Shadowfell,
No, not the tree we came through. The tree where look, there's trees here all over. There's
which are not in the Shadowfell.
First of all, there's no trees around you in the desert.
oh, that's right. We left over.
There's one big root.
I was referring to when I was in the Shadowfell.
And those trees could have killed you.
So I didn't go toward the trees.
No, you went towards the shiny stuff, which tried to kill you and is now messing with your brain.
It was an inanimate object. I figured it was all right.
You.
All right, fine.
At
We
all.
purloined objects that had been carelessly cast aside.
Thank you. That's
Were they
all I
carelessly,
wanted was
though?
an admission.
I don't think they were carelessly
Go on.
cast.
No.
Look like you should really look at this thing. It's kind of cool.
I don't think they were carelessly I don't think they were carelessly cast aside. I think they were carelessly placed there, but not so much carelessly because they were guarded by something magical. I don't know.
Anything you can, there's the old rogue motto that anything you can pry up isn't nailed down. Anything you can defeat the wards of, clearly they didn't care about it enough.
Gross. I like that.
So where are we going?
We need to go fight the scorpion things, so that way these guys can get home because we
That's
made an
right.
agreement to do it.
We need to make a stop back by home so we can get more explodey stuff, some grenades. And potions.
So you should have done that
Wow.
last night.
All right.
We
Because-
skipped over because I was trying to talk about it, but
We haven't
were
really
pushing
gone through
through
the
it.
night in touch. It's about halfway through it because you wake up 4 hours.
Oh yeah, that's right. I do do that.
and you
And
get
you
a full
don't
on
sleep.
list.
I don't sleep.
So-
I just need to not be fighting.
Right.
And
So
these guys for the past 2 hours have been arguing about stuff with items.
Want to go back to the painting?
don't you want to go back to the painting?
Does anyone else want to come with me?
I'm gonna sit here and watch
Where
the
are we
painting.
going?
Back home.
Hmm.
I just want to go get some explosives and potions.
Anything that can increase armor would be great.
I'll see what I can find.
I got punched a lot.
Can you hold a shield?
Huh?
Never mind.
If you can hold one, could you use it?
Can I what?
Maybe an item of shield?
Can I what?
Maybe I can find something, an item of shield. Allows you to cast a shield every now and then.
Sure.
I think that's something, right?
I just want to stop getting punched.
I figured that the ring helped. Not
I think
enough.
that's
I will go
once
buy
in
a
while.
magic
I
shop
don't
and see
want
what
to
they
be
have.
puffed.
The ring didn't help enough.
I haven't used it yet.
Should just put it on.
I feel slightly
that's
less
our stylus.
punchable, but that's.
That's not going to help you here.
I have not been able to read this
Well, I
card.
didn't
It's
use
just
this,
tough.
actually.
You want to go ahead?
I may.
It works on all of them. Back when I was in my tablets.
So what's happening?
I'm guessing
We were going over our morning logistics. That's what we're doing.
This
Yeah,
is
okay.
dumb.
before you guys do the long rest, I'm assuming anyone else is anyone coming with me or no?
So you two are asleep. I'm telling you to just go because we have the day waiting
bubble.
period.
Okay.
And, yeah.
I'll be back tomorrow,
Okay.
like midnight-ish, when I'm leaving.
Like if there's potions or anything, I hand you all of my gold. Spend wisely. Bring back what you don't spend. You don't have money.
I have some.
You don't have money.
I have some.
Okay, I want you to look in my bag and then recognize that what you
I don't have
consider to
money.
be money, you don't
How much?
have money.
How much is in your bag?
Like 5,000 platinum.
I don't think it's 5,000 platinum. It's 409 platinum and then 1,153 gold.
Sorry, over 500 platinum.
Yes.
That's still a lot of money.
Yeah.
He doesn't have money. That's what I'm saying.
I'll get 100 platinum.
You know what the name of this blade is? I call this chance. Because I needed to take a chance.
I'm going back through the portal now.
Chance.
By yourself?
Lunch.
I'm
chance,
assuming no one else is
definitely
coming with me.
I'm not going. I take the rod and I prop it up, like the painting
Oh,
up, so
okay.
that
So
way it's
it
leaning
doesn't
against the thing. Yep.
It's just a painting hanging in midair.
Hang on, it's buffering still. The physics broke on it.
So 1 minute later, revise on the actual art and stuff like that. I kind of like the version of like you become more and more abstract, like the dot art, but the dots become more and more bigger until the last dots of the color that were part of your aesthetic just pop in midair.
You get stippled out of existence.
Yeah, just reverse stippling. You know when you watch someone do an art piece of stippling? It's just backwards.
Pretty much.
Are you able to, when can you remove another curse? You
Right
pull
now.
that ring. You can do it right now.
Yep.
Would you care to try?
Stop.
No?
No.
Oh, damn.
Brad,
I was reading the text and said.
it is only temporary. Removing
You
curse
are
is only temporary, right?
metagaming.
Ah,
Stop it.
oh, all right. Oh,
I knew the ring wasn't come out. It's very clear that this ring was
yes,
cursed.
fair enough.
You
You're
just
right.
really like
are
the
you
sword.
what item are you talking about?
No. You're right. Never mind.
You just
No,
know
this
that
is about my
you
current,
really like
my
it.
current, I really
No,
like
it is a valuable sword. You want it, and it
Yes.
is.
There's no
really like
reason
this
for
one.
me to think otherwise.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right.
Sorry,
This
I
is
don't
an,
silence
This is
people
an
often.
excellent blade.
Yeah.
Excellent
I
blade.
hate it. I'm glad I'm not there. Let me just get stippled out of existence over here. It's like a digital conveyor.
Actually, this actually is an excellent blade. I just have to manage how I use it. But it's very excellent. It is.
Is it excellent or excellent?
Thornbriar is pretty damn
Wait,
good.
is it excellent or exceptional?
Exceptional.
Breaking away from the Desert of Teeth and those that are taking and finishing their long rest. You finish your long rest.
Yep.
You remove the exhaustion. It's
Yay.
gone. And you get all your stuff back, apart from the Shadowfell stuff, but you're about to jump into it. Anyway.
Yep.
Anyway. Sparks. You are back in the room
Closet.
of Niquis and Closet that you actually are not small enough to fit into, so it immediately just explodes open on your way out.
Sorry, Nicholas. I look around the room and it's just like completely trashed. Like, oh,
Get
okay.
a bunch of health potions. Yes.
You were
Money.
still
You
asleep.
hear from the
All
ethereal.
right.
Okay. Shot? What time is it?
You look out and it looks to be early morning.
Okay, I can take my time.
To say, like, you guys don't know how to have servants. You're constantly trying to do things yourself instead of just yelling at Quill to make it happen. It's very frustrating to watch.
There's a couple of mocking shadows in Niquis's room.
This is no different. It's Nicholas's room.
Yep. Everything's just kind of looming at you.
Out the front door.
Out the front door, very easy. Quill, you meet halfway down because she was actually having a nice little cup of tea, and then she didn't even realize that happened. You were just there, and she's like, "Oh, hi,
Morning.
morning.
Um,
How can I help?"
Potions, things to prevent Nicholas from getting hit more, and explosives.
Understood. Also, message from the recomposing herself. There is a message from Temper Thought Glancer, as in thanks for his savior, and also as a sign of a support with the Silver Menagerie.
Oh, I actually need to talk to him too, because I have questions to ask the rifleman.
The what?
He's a rifleman, right?
I mean, yes, but we have many riflemen. He's a busy man.
Okay, someone who knows things about firearms, because that's one thing I'm looking at getting. I need something to help with range.
I can assist you with that.
Cool.
First, as she starts snapping to other people in the background that kind of failed in order to see you coming.
I mean, to be fair, it's kind of funny.
They're not
when-
used to having people materialize in the matter.
I'm also not quiet.
No, you're not quiet, but they're not used to
7
having
feet
people.
of solid metal.
But at the same time, you did materialize in the manor itself.
Yeah,
So it's not like you came through a door.
Metaphorically.
Anyway, a small chest about this big is placed in front of you, along with a letter from Glancer showing a sign of approval, along with a proper sealing wax on it.
We got little gnats flying around.
Yeah,
Fruit
I do
flies.
have gnats.
They're fruit flies.
Probably after the.
Yeah.
We'll deal with that.
Yeah. Anyway,
Are there people talking? Is that what music is for you?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It's tavern scene.
not tavern.
Well.
Kind of weird in the entryway of the house, but
It's because the current thing that I have is semi-broken.
not. I was just like, am I
Spotify
hearing
keeps
people?
changing their stuff.
Yeah,
Like, I think I hear people. I'm pretty sure I hear people. It's definitely just.
they were having a
us starting
party
to
when you're
call.
gone. You know, kind of like when the parents leave, they have parties.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Make use of the oversized abode.
Anyway, but a small chest, armored, looks to be functional. Lock and key, which the key is actually placed inside, because you are one of the owners of the manor, along with a letter that has been sealed and waxed upon it. That looks actually has been wrapped in blue trimmed red ribbon. That's for some reason I couldn't remember the name of.
Bag of holding.
Just
I will
with
wait.
the key still stuck in the.
I will wait until open that with the rest of them in Silver Menagerie.
Very well. And the note is still on the table.
I'll open that at least. I'll go and read that.
Okay. Essentially, it's a letter of recommendation for those that wish to enter and leave the grounds of the House of the Endless Cog, along with approval of any equipment that might be in the more unreachable services. At least
the last
those
one.
that are made from the House of the Endless Cog and are sold from the stores that are under that household.
Upon reading that, I pull the box out again and open it.
There is 10,000. Sorry, let me rephrase that.
Copper.
No, 10,000 copper. Yes, we approve you. Here's your funding. Fuck you.
That's right. I'm going to
It
pay,
is
I will pay that
1,000
fine with
platinum
10,000
pieces.
copper.
It is 1,000 platinum pieces.
Oh, that's the cost of that thing?
No, that's what's in the chest.
Click. Lock. In the bag of holding. Okay, we're going to divvy that up later.
1,000 platinum?
If we split that evenly, it does not double my money.
God damn it.
Just throwing it out there.
The important part is it doubles ours, so.
It over doubles mine and 5 times mine.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
don't want on here.
The letter does specify that it
I
is
get a
up to you on how you
50%.
delegate it and also use the funding in order to assist in your services for the Hardkern's people and or your needs.
I'm going to go stimulate the economy.
Everyone that got the stimulus check, I feel stimulated.
Yeah, $300 is what? Enough for 3 months of rent? Something like that?
We're getting away from that.
Sorry.
Yeah, I still have
So,
that.
what do you set off Quill and her service boys essentially to get?
I specifically need help finding something that will help Nicholas not get hit as often.
So some sort of shielding or
Something.
protection or something like that.
Something that she can use.
Right off the bat, there are a number of items that I don't have the actual cards for because that's just out of the wind. There's actually a brooch of protection.
She already has an item protection guy.
You know what? Before I continue, go and roll a d20 twice. 'Cause there's multiple people doing this.
7. 6.
7 and 6. Okay. So there is a brooch of shielding. A brooch of protection is what I meant to say. Which, knowing her, she already has a ring of +1 protection, so it's no better or no worse. There's a crown. There's a crown of shielding. Those that are attuned to the crown are able to cast shield 3 times a day.
It's like a tiara.
A little bit. There's 2 versions. There are a masculine and a feminine one.
King Queen. Got it.
Yeah.
Because I need more stuff. No.
You asked for protection,
Yep.
so that's what they were looking for. And then there's a number of armor, and then like shielding and stuff like shielding, actual physical shields. But based off your description, it's probably not that.
Magic user. Shielding for a magic user kind of thing. I guess the tiara of shield works.
The Tiara Shield is an uncommon item that's going to sell for 1,000 gold pieces. With the discounted... No, you rolled a 7. Never mind.
1,000
discount for you.
Yeah. So 1,000 gold pieces.
I didn't ask questions. Just here you go.
I do not have that magical item on hand right now because, again, out of the wind.
Okay, tiara of shield.
What
Got it.
else are you looking for?
Health potions, explosives, and potentially firearms.
Okay.
Because explosives.
We'll get
Lots
to
and
the
lots of
potions
explosives.
first.
I fed was it a sand dragon? My last grenade.
She does not convey that to the servants.
I think the Glancer would like to know that I fed his grenade that he gave me to a sand dragon. Forcefully. Painfully.
We're doing our long rest while he's gone.
Yes.
Are we able to say long rest is done, or are we going to wait?
Not yet.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead. You take a long rest and you level up. You do not yet.
I can't come back for the last day anyway, so I'll get my long rest in there somewhere.
Like barely, but I leveled up.
There we go.
So I got new
Those
abilities.
available. There is one superior healing potion. There are 2 at major discounts. Regular healing potions. Additional 2 of greater healing. And 2, if you really have the funds, of supreme healing.
How much of
These are from the back stack.
How much of the Supreme?
For the supreme?
It's just not worth
Superior
it.
or
I feel like there's a Supremes joke, but we've already made the mamas and the papas
The
reference.
supreme
Oh, I was just gonna go with it needs to have sour cream on it. Otherwise, it's not a worthwhile taco.
is going to be worth 5,000. Sorry, hold on.
I'm sorry, spit what?
5,000 gold for a healing potion?
They get expensive very quick.
Oh, yeah.
Particularly the higher end ones.
You can make the higher end ones, like, though. You don't even need...
I just need.
Yeah, 5,000 gold pieces.
5,000 gold for that? Jesus Christ.
It's 10d4 plus 20 healing.
10d4. Oh,
Average of
plus
40.
20.
Average of 40.
Yeah.
Like, it's not
Wow.
It is
That's
a.
power.
I'm dying. I'm max.
that. Right? No,
Wow.
but think about the Sorrow Sworn that bit you in the face. Like,
Yes.
that wouldn't have covered that.
You know, it was more than the face because its mouth was like
Okay.
as big as me.
If you buy both of them, it'll be immediately 8,000 gold pieces.
No. Sorry. I don't need to buy that kind of... I will take all of the lower end ones.
Well, the superior healing, the 1 tier down, is going to be 500 gold pieces.
Okay, everything from Supreme down, I'll take it all.
Okay, so that's going to be 500. That's going to be baseline 50 each, so that's 100 gold, and followed by
Hey, Nick was went the first time, I'm going the second time. I'm just getting
200
a lot more
so
explosive
200,
stuff.
300 plus 500 is going to be
Okay, let's say another 800.
that's 800 gold pieces.
300 plus 500. That's it. No.
Yes, because they're lower end.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh, look at this.
It's nice just to be able to hand over what you got.
Sorry, what was in the chest again? 10,000 platinum?
If we need to start
1,000
handing out swords, we can do
It's
that.
10,000
gold.
gold pieces, which is I automatically did in my head, but I'm like, whoop, that hurt.
10,000 gold.
Like, we need to see, if you needed a prop sword for David to find, we could arrange that.
He has a bunch of swords.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, you find this magical iron.
You find...
Yes, here's your cutlass.
I actually don't have a two-handed shamshear, which is essentially what he has just.
Yeah,
Very
very
much,
much.
yeah.
200 shamshear. That'd be a huge shamshear. Holy crap.
Well, it's a two-handed curved cutlass type sword he commented, so I'm like, that's a shamshear two-handed
It's a
shamshear.
different
two-handed
nation's
curved
sword.
longsword.
Yes.
It was a
of course.
curved longsword with just shamshear.
You are in a different territory, thus.
Yep. And that's an X sword.
Yep. What else?
Explosives and firearms.
Explosive. Roll another d20 twice.
Man, I almost
4.
okay, hold my breath for 10
15.
minutes.
15.
I was going to say, if you roll low again, you're fired.
Buried in coins.
15.
Clutching. This sword, I have there are many like it, but this one is mine.
This one is now yours. Let me make sure I close that.
Excuse me. Nearing the end of the shopping cycle itself, Quill, half your size, she's 4.5 feet tall. And
Wow,
you're-
she is half my size.
yeah, she is a small little delicate thing, but
She
she
comes
is
up to my
more
hip.
of a face type individual, even though she wears a mask. She comes to you and says, I have the location of possibly where you would desire. In terms of explosive, ammunition, and firearm expertise.
Huh. Why do I get this? Why do I feel like that's over in the Rifleman Guild?
It's still within the territories of the House of the Endless Call, because anywhere else is not willing to sell backstock
Explosives. Got it.
to public, so to speak.
Am I public though? I guess I public technically.
You're not of a public consumption, but you still need recommendation. The shop / artillery range is called the Reaper's Scythe.
Reaper's Scythe.
I
Aptly
can-
named.
I can guide you to the book.
Please do.
And she begins to guide you through the city. You can actually play the city.
Okay, I think we're well stocked in healing potions now.
Yep.
See, and I actually have a never-ending healing potion. All I need is some ale.
Going through the town, it's
Beer.
nice to see. It is a little like jarring to go from one area to another area, basically across the planet in an instant. You're not quite used to it, and you're a little bit travel sickness? No, like you're still tired. It might be due to the magical inclination of whatever affected you when you went to the Shadowfell.
This is why I'm just like, I don't care. How much do you want for it? Give
Yeah,
it.
you're
just
short. You're
tentacle
short.
to shut up.
Yeah, you're not used to managing being tired.
Shut up and take my money!
And you go to the House of the Endless Cogs territory, now realizing that Glancer is actually the one, or the head of this household.
Oh, how convenient.
It is left to Colossal Rose, but this one's a little farther to the left on the perimeter of the actual city itself, where they have this trench, half-wall trench system that they have bordering the city. And this building is initially by itself a traditional 2 to 3, 2.5 story building that's slightly bigger on the top, steampunk building that is copy paste like everywhere else. But the difference is this one is connected to 3 other buildings, making a 4x4 block buildings that it's kind of consumed and connected with heavier half-cut logs and steel plating and bricks that has made a 4-building separate building that it used to be into a massive 4x4 building. Massive in terms of the other buildings around it. And it's initially nothing special. It has pipes, riggings, and cogs around it in order to maintain whatever function that is built for. But the thing that garnishes your attention is where this balcony would be is actually been covered in heavy slabs of white stone, and what you're used to looking at as a archer shooting range, but instead of slits, they're horizontal. And you notice heavy steel doors that are halfway up the wall and partially on the actual roofing of that part as well, as if it can open up for something else that is clearly 10 feet wide. As if something can open up or someone can fly through it, maybe, you're not quite sure. And you see...
Catapult.
Possibly. Though it's a little small for a catapult in terms of roomage and everything.
I mean, they got the cannon and the laser thing. Sunbeam. Something like that, maybe.
And it's bordering the city. Not the very edge of the city, but bordering maybe 1 or 2 houses back from the actual trenching border of the
Facing
city
out.
itself. Facing, and literally that shooting area facing out. Making it part of the entrenchal position. Hello, Pippin.
I actually don't think he's getting picked up.
Yeah, she's noisy, but she's probably barely being audible.
Anyway. You see the door? Heavy and reinforced. Along with the sign right above it of the Reaper's Scythe. Just a single name. You open up the door. Heavy door. Quill stays outside.
Thank you, Quill.
You're welcome. I'll be out here. You enter. Change again. Oops.
Walking. Walking like I own the
Do
place.
that? Okay. I'll fix you. And you look to your right. Because the room goes from straight to cube to the right. Elongated, 20 feet, about 20 feet long, 10 feet wide, of semi-organized display cases / racks, so to speak, of various trinkets, barrels, pieces, doodads of various things that are able to repair, maintain, and clean firearms, all through the center of the actual hallway itself. On either side of the actual hallway that is going diagonal to the right, you see what looks to be heavily reinforced containers that have chains connected to them that has been bolted to the floor, that go up and connect to wall-mounted firearms, muskets, pistols, some of them strangely devised rotating things on these long-barreled muskets. A plethora of choices at the disposal, along with one tactically placed individual all the way at the end of the hallway behind the main counter, where you see a thinner forge that looks to have propped himself up with a cigar in his mouth, currently lit and smoking. That seems to be working on some sort of another revolver, so to speak, as he has a little bit of a small shop specifically made so that when he's working on something, he's always looking towards the front door, but all the way at the end.
See, now I'm wondering where are the gnomes.
Funny enough, on every single wall, there are, especially for those that are wall-mounted, the actual weapons themselves, in several languages, in common, I have it right here,
The common, draconic, dwarven, gnomish.
twice in Gnomish, actually.
Twice in gnomish.
Yeah. Not too far.
Just gonna start sauntering down, perusing.
Mhm. Sorry, it's a long hallway. Everything's processing.
I'm specifically looking bigger, 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 bigger.
Actually, most of everything
Too big.
here is pretty mundane. Yeah, okay. I didn't know
That's a
about
toothpick.
that.
Finger gun.
Yep. There's palm pistols, there's pepper boxes, there's a couple, like 3-chamber revolvers, and the stuff that is like, yeah, these are definitely weapons, since you've seen these actually out on the soldiers themselves, but nothing in terms of speciality. You don't even see a fragmentation grenade here. Or powder in general. And on the walls themselves, with signs clearly posted in common, twice in Gnomish and in Elvish, do not touch without permission.
Understandable. Twice in gnomish.
Twice in Gnomish.
Twice in which do not touch without permission.
Do not touch without permission.
It's like,
No, there's even a third line. This means you.
All in Gnomish.
That's only for those that are below 4 feet in stature,
Oh my
so you can
God.
see it under the table.
it's literally like common, gnomish, elvish, gnomish.
Okay, you know, only you can think of this shit. That's wonderful.
Oh no, I'm not special.
Just walking down the hallway.
Yep, you lock, and it's a little tight for you, but you're definitely a stature. This individual, thin. Even with him sitting down, you can definitely tell he's a thinner-made individual. Wiry, about 6 feet tall, actually, which takes you by surprise, because usually when there's something of this thin, they're not very tall. And
I mean, the riflemen were pretty skinny.
yes. Two things that go on top of normal. He's wearing clothing, basic clothing that individuals that like work in a workshop kind of individual. Followed by a strange, almost like helmet-like contraption that is fused to his head, because it is his head. That makes it almost a little angly, especially on the side of where ears would be. And you see a number of 3-tiered round iron sight aiming reticles, almost like an artillery unit, and several of them are currently down and semi-glowing inside of it, seemingly magnifying whatever he's working on, and seeing with one eye on you still, finishing up whatever he's doing, placing it off to the side, still facing you, as the 3 reticles automatically. And that's when you notice on the right shoulder a 14-inch long pipe, hexagonal pipe that just extends from his shoulder blade, back shoulder blade.
Hello. Morning, actually.
Morning.
I was told I was actually directed here that you could help me find some explosives and firearms for purchase. I was referred here by Glancer.
Right. Seeming like staring you up and down for some reason because your insight is not high enough.
Nope. Completely ignoring the entire wall of firearms I walk past.
Mm-hmm. Please excuse me, Grand Swordsman Sparks. I did not expect someone of your stature to actually show up.
I see my reputation precedes me then.
Surprising, yes. How can I assist you?
I need something big. The last fragmentation grenade I got from Glancer, I fed forcefully to a sand dragon, and I would really like something very similar to it, if not better. And potentially something to help with range. But a lot of the weapons I saw back there are a little bit small.
Looking at your hands there, clearly like almost can use it for a club for like weaponry like muskets with a single hand. Your size is noted. What is the purpose of your? Why did you show up to the shop? Why do you need these?
I am on a quest currently with Niquis, one of the party members of the Silver Menagerie, I'm acquiring various items to aid us in our endeavors. We are currently in the Shadowfell.
You seem to misunderstand my question.
Why do I need these items? To kill people. Specifically people who oppose us, that are trying to kill us. Defense, that's the word.
Ah, yes, this is my self-defense assault rifle. These are my self-defense grenades. Of course they are.
Holy charisma. Just straight up charisma.
That's not bad, actually. I don't have bad charisma. Now it's a good time for nat 20. That is not a nat 20, but it's close to it. It's going to be 19.
He again pauses for some reason, seeming looking you up and down with his pinpoint silver light eyes that seem to go in and out every now and again. Not like fully extend out, but just, yeah.
Just like he's zooming in on my face.
Let me put it in a way.
Just take the helmet off.
Most people, knights of the old, people of outside countries, noblemen of strange lands, view these weapons around you as murderous devices, like made by fiendish intent. These are weapons of dirt, not weapons of honor. If you want something that fits you, do not expect it to fit your personality.
I fully expected to not fit my personality. I have been a tool of war my entire existence.
I have no personality to speak of.
You're not there.
Sorry.
No, get the fuck out.
I've been a tool of war my entire existence. I have been a tool of murder for the majority of my existence. I have been given a purpose and given a direction, a target to shoot at. I just need something a little more accurate.
And you picked grenades.
So you're a type that does not care about honor and know that the dirty work of death is exactly what it is.
Well, even honor requires death.
There's honorable death and then there's murder. These are weapons of murder. And people will treat you like it. Are you certain?
I have been treated like that my whole life. At least here, it's slightly more accepted.
But that's not what the fight is.
I still bear the weapons and the marks and the items that I have been gifted as a hero of Harkern. I know I am not such. Nor do I intend to be a hero.
Then what do you intend to be?
Me?
And what are you?
I am Sparks. I am more than a soldier. And frankly, I just want to be different. Slashy is very fun, but a little different, a little more spice. The grenade that I used showed me that there's
Enough
different
about
power.
the weaponry. You had me up until I wanted something different.
Yeah.
Are you a child?
I'm a late waker.
Oh my god, you're a youngling.
About 4 years ago? 5? Something like that?
The amount of years you've awake means nothing about what you hear. Roll one last charisma check, please.
Now it's a good time for a nat 20, please. 19.
Woohoo!
He thinks it over, judging your personality and your type and the reason why you're here, followed by why you sought him out for weapons of destruction, and followed by...
I'm going to interrupt. So let me explain. The reason why I need something that is relatively powerful and relatively long range is because I lack range. And there are people who will die if I don't have the abilities to help. My party members lack that ability to do range without magic. You can't counterspell a bullet.
The shield spell will say otherwise.
Not with a big enough bullet.
Fair enough.
That was a big enough shield spell.
Very well, you should have led with that comment. Follow me. He begins, instead of talking, he does a couple of whistles without his jaw moving as he places the cigar down. Clips the end of the lit cigar and then places it down. And the door locks. He leads you to a door that was behind the main counter. After lifting up an area for you to walk through, more squeeze through because of your stature.
Yeah, just hang on. It's like Mr. Incredible walking through the door.
As you find yourself looking at a basic room, looks like a small kitchenette kind of area that has stairs going up, followed by another doorway that goes directly to the left as he opens it up. This one thicker and heavier. You step in and looks to be a study room filled with books and what looks to be cabinets that have various different drinking containers, fine drinking containers, glass bottles and everything. That almost looks like a fine gentleman's bar kind of seating arrangement as he closes the door after he enters himself and puts a heavy oak bar over it. Looks over to one of the bookshelves, followed by more of that whistling sound, and the books collapse inward and slide down. And very much like the Kingsman, because I just realized that's kind of what it looks like.
Step into the elevator, there's an underground tube.
Several of, not all of them, but multiple of them, as you see 3 separate locations open up and you see more of those weaponry, but definitely different standing in terms of their capability, structure, and complexity of engineering. Each one clapped down and has a series of unmarked black buttons, 5 of them in a row next to each. He begins to take several off of it. Places down several bits of ammunition, followed by several a pistol, revolver, a revolver musket with expanded magazine. Opens up and takes the clip out of the magazine, followed by a.
Sorry, a musket with expanded magazine. That's just multiple barrels. It just turns and there's another
Exactly. It
barrel.
is literally a revolver shape of the revolver where you put the bullets in, and you slide that out and put another in.
Oh, all right.
It is the original clips.
Yeah.
There are gun fanatics who are rolling,
No.
dying.
Believe it or not.
I looked this shit up, alright?
Believe it or not.
Your terminology's decent.
he's on par with actual.
I'm not using the actual names. No, I'm not going
but,
part
but
of K.
what he's
whatever.
describing existed in our reality. So
Yeah.
you
Followed by
you preload a thing, and it'll be all filled with 6, and because it took forever to reload them, and or to pack them and set them up, because you pack them in,
Cartridges
you get
or
wax
cartridges
and
or
everything
cartridges.
to cover them up, or beeswax to cover them up, make sure they don't crossfire and all that. You just pull them out.
thank you, assistants. You can leave now.
Thank you, Vanna.
You're welcome. I'll turn another letter. And those who were
He
visually
begins placing
watching
down the
got to see it. No one else did.
begins talking about the rounds.
Anyone's watching.
Of the various products that he placed on the floor as he goes from the gun first. He goes from there's bracelet muskets. Sorry, that's not. So he has a revolver musket, clip revolver musket, followed by a Harkern's piece as he places the last one down, looking at your size and stature. As
I'm sorry. Did you
8-foot
just say Harkern's penis?
piece?
I heard peace. I don't know what
I did not hear peace. But can we retcon it so that it's called Harkern's penis and the big fucking gun?
It is an 8-foot long barrel weapon.
And when you fire it, you say "fuck you."
Moving on.
Yes, we have.
As he places this, what looks to be an enlarged musket. Shut up.
So we have fuck you in particular. We have fuck you and everyone around you, and then
But
fuck
the
you
back
and
part
the
of
things
it,
around you.
even though it's super enlarged in terms of the,
Wow. like I'm a child, but holy shit.
the girth.
Did I not mention this at the start of the episode?
Yeah, the girth.
Shut up.
It's a empty barrel with a big package.
Yes.
We got it.
Yeah, the width of the barrel is a lot thicker than others, and the back part of it, of the over near nature, it almost looks like one of those artillery design, the early days of the artillery, where you open up the back and you backload it. This one is actually sideways loaded, so it's a bolt action opened up completely.
So it's a 50 BMG.
It's not a breech
It's not a
loader, right?
BMG, but it is.
It's like a breech loader.
It's a breech
Instead of
loader.
being on top, it's on the side.
Yeah, it goes at a 45-degree angle. It's a very unusual design.
Does it load into the stock?
No.
No,
No.
he's talking about on the side.
Yeah, it loads in through the side of the stock.
Yeah, it's a 45-degree angle of the actual barrel. So because you bolt action and then you open up entirely.
Oh, it's cool.
So it's a much more
Kind of swings open.
steampunk version.
Kind of swings open.
And you notice where the round would sit as he takes one of the rounds that have these. You've seen a musket ball before. This one is a little elongated and is sheared off 4 times in each direction. And a very, almost like
like a Bogdan point.
yes, but not truly like rounded like a traditional bullet nowadays.
Those are nasty arrows,
But-
by the way.
So it's carved.
You've
not-
never seen something attached to the base of it as he turns it. This is a percussion cap. Top of the line, very experimental. As he sees a very thick part of the bullet where the bullet's only this big, but the base of it is this big where the powder chamber is.
I'd just like to point out that you have seen Drake's arsenal. He said, "Yeah, no, I've seen this before. Just move on. Move on. Just like no. Where are the ones with
This
the
is
red
on the-
shells on the? I need the red shells and the blue shells that shoot fire and ice. Like that's what I mean."
Yeah. Should you
This
take
is the
red
basic
shell or the
round
blue
that
shell?
goes for.
Fire the red shell, and and you believe what you want to believe. Fire the blue shell, and
Not boosted rounds. This is the
actually, do I have it?
special shot. Okay. They go for 3 gold pieces per shot. We have special rounds. We go from anywhere from wedge shots to the crushing shot, the scorch earth policy, which will be part of each ammo that you have at this arsenal. If you get captured or about to get captured, shoot it and it will destroy the weapon. And then we have boosted round with basic +1, +2, +3 if you do not have enchanted barrels, which in turn, as he opens up and takes several clipping in place mechanisms for the barrels and detaches the barrel for each weapon.
Well, gonna tell you right now, I'm probably gonna want one that's magically enhanced because
We have fire. Very well. As he continues past the weapon, the arsenal of different rounds that are available. For the swappable barrels, he has a enchanted barrel of +1. It is literally just a +1. However, if you have ammunition that also has plus bonuses, you have to take one or the other. They do not stack.
Makes sense.
Otherwise, it causes problems. And then he also has a +2 enchanted barrel for basic hitting. That's all he has in terms of enchanted barrel for a specific type of weapon, for the revolver, yada yada yada. However, for the attachment, he has a hunter's sight, which allows aiming in terms of far-sighted areas. You basically are able to switch the range reticles. If it's like 90, 100, 120, you switch it so that you have advantage at the end of it instead of at the beginning of it. Sorry, not advantage, regular shot and then disadvantage.
Oh, okay. So it's adjustable scope.
He has fragmentation grenades.
Probably have to take time to actually.
Yeah, what's the time to actually
Yes.
swap it?
And that would make sense. I mean, come on, you're not.
It takes a
otherwise you-
bonus action to activate.
Oh, okay. So it's just
Yeah, you quite literally adjust your sights.
it's adjusting the sights.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, clockwork.
And then for the various rounds, he has boosted rounds, where they're based on 1, +2, and 3. He has Firestorm Bullets, Firestorm Embers, Firestorm Cinder, and then Firestorm's Dragon. Each one has a +1, +2, +3 going up, and then this does additional 1d6, 2d6, and then 3d6 for the Dragon, followed by it explodes on impact. Then he has Lightning Bullets, followed by Freezing Bullets.
How the he's got all this shit already. What the hell?
The truth is that he went out after the battlefield and picked up all the stuff that Drake was passing around, and now he's selling it off like it's no.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. But the point is that you should look at these and go, hang on, this one looks like it's been fired before out of a gun that I recognize.
Our DM is going. Oh, you asked. No problem. Hold on a second. Flip. And well, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
It's like,
Well,
you know, what
here's
have you not built in
Heartburn's
this world, dude?
documents right
Jeez.
here.
How much for the gun? +2 barrel.
Just
Which
impressed.
gun? The revolver? Or are we talking
big one.
about the handgun?
Is that what we're calling it?
Current's penis.
Parkhurn's piece is known as a handgun. Traditionally, it would be a small cannon on a stick.
That's what they call me.
Cheese wheel.
Sorry.
These flies gotta go as he pulls his revolver out.
He's goddamn gnats.
Oh my gosh. Parkhurn's piece is derived from the traditional very first hand cannon. Take it as you will. It is the deadliest of the deadliest, but also has a tendency of malfunctioning very much because of the terms of its complexity. It does 2d12 piercing damage per strike. Each round costs 3 gold pieces for the basic.
You were firing money, man.
It is 1,000 gold pieces.
That's it?
It is an unenchanted weapon of war. If you wish for enchanted barrels followed by ammunition,
Yes.
you can enchanted barrels.
Because
For a
what those
plus
enchanted
one
barrels?
barrel, it's going to be 400 gold pieces. For the enchanted +2, it's going to be 2,500 gold pieces. For the ammunition, the Firestorm bullets, it goes from anywhere from 30 gold pieces per round, 100 gold pieces a round, or 500 gold pieces a round. The lightning bullets, for
Fucking hell.
the lightning monsoon, which is the greatest one, which does 3d6 lightning +3 to hit, and
Okay.
creatures must
You know-
make a Constitution saving throw.
We'll do the ammunition
or
over the break.
stunned.
We'll do the ammunition over the break.
Okay.
Holy crap, there's a lot of ammunition.
Yes!
There's a lot of different ammunition. We get there's a lot of ammunition. Holy
Guns
crap.
are nothing but attachments.
Scope, enchanted barrel +2, max it out. How much?
Oh my god. Okay, so 2,500 plus 100,000 plus for that is going to be 300. So
Wait, we were 3,500 earlier.
3,500 plus 300,
3,800.
3,800.
That's not terrible. Okay, done.
As he begins putting it.
And we'll do the ammunition later.
And now for the ammunition.
Oh,
I'm gonna get a shitload of ammunition.
you're gonna have to pay 8,000 for the ammunition.
So it's 3,800.
So yeah, you know, this classic bait and switch. Gun itself is 2,500.
You're buying
ammunition.
you're buying government issued military weapons. And this type of money is not everyday money where people can just go and say, yeah, that's cheap. No. It's like,
What's amazing is that
The
you can
one
never
ro-
get this unless you go into the
however, you do get one
Government
round
orders.
for free.
unless you go into the
You get the
forest.
Scorched Earth round policy. That's the round that if it traps the bullet inside the barrel while the gases are expanding and blows up the weapon. You get that one for free.
Just don't be holding on to it.
If I need to, if I want to make sure the gun doesn't. Oh, it's an enchanted barrel. Does that break the barrel too?
It still breaks the barrel.
Okay, so I'll take at least one of those.
It comes for free.
Cool. We'll do the ammunition later. I'm gonna have a bunch of ammunition.
Okay. So, and then...
I think it's more of a precision barrel versus it being an enchanted barrel.
It's a nicer barrel.
It's a precision barrel, so
It's enchanted to make sure it doesn't die.
Use the plus bonus because it's...
The enchanted barrel actually doesn't have much on the outside, but when you look on the inside, you notice the grooves that are holding it in place are actually enchanted themselves. And when he actually puts a round that has been detached and puts it down the barrels for you to see, you notice the rooms lighting up as it goes down the barrel.
Sweet. That's almost as pretty as my sword.
I'm just gonna pull out the box table.
Unlock it. Glistering of platinum.
I'm assuming I'm going to be taking just about the entirety of this for the ammunition.
Of course,
Check or credit?
Of course, the guy's going,
Credit.
shit, I underbid.
Just
like,
Understand.
check or credit. Just
Understand that you are getting the discount from the House of the Endless Call. For saving His Excellency, of course.
sweet.
explosives.
You take one. Take this as he takes gives you a fragmentation grenade. It's on the house. Keep doing what you're doing. Do not lose yourself in battle. Do not toss that in my room.
Sorry, bag of holding.
Hey, child.
Just take some leather, hook it up and over the back, and we'll get over it later. I'm going to wrap it in some burlap.
Okay.
Because
are
I don't
you
want
taking only the one weapon?
Fuck, jeez. He's a good salesman. You're only gonna take the one.
He actually has 5 others.
You're only gonna. Well, you know, you. Because you just saw all the money. Shit. You just saw the whole coin.
I don't think anyone else needs the weapons, but we can always come back if we need to buy more.
I recommend purchasing a tinker set. I have several that are able to work for specific guns so that you're able to repair it on the field if it misfires.
Yeah, let's get one of those too.
That will be 5 gold pieces.
That's fine. Keep the
You don't
change.
throw that in at that point? Like,
Again with those fucking nets. Get the flamethrower!
Do you have one of those?
Not for sale.
Okay. No, I'll take one of those as well. Bag of holding. The tinker set.
Oh, the tinker set. Okay, add that.
Yeah, just throw that in there.
Along with a manual that is thrown in, so that is a basic manual on how to repair it. Burn it if it ever gets out of your reach.
I think I'm going to be looking for something that allows it to return to me.
And then they have the Musket Revolvers. One that is a 6-shot and another that is 8-shot. They also have revolver pistols that are 6 shots, if you want that for a hand pistol.
I'm going to stick with the rifle for now.
Okay,
I should be okay.
understood. He counts out the platinum of roughly 4,000.
5,600 is what I had so far, so it's about 4,000. It's probably going to be about 5,000 total.
We'll do
5,000
that.
gold.
Yeah, in terms of ammunition and everything. Nothing to sneeze at. Thank you for your patronage. If you ever need assistance in terms of repairing, bring it here. We will repair it for free.
Yeah, that word. All right. Saunter back on.
Okay.
I'll break your finger.
You finish your shopping. We'll get into the ammunition and during the break. And you return to the estate, where I'm assuming you go for rest.
Yes, I'm going to rest by staring at the painting so that the moment it's ready, I'm gone.
With that splintered apart doorway
Nice. That's
the
nice.
wardrobe. As you
Never
stand,
blinking.
kneel, or
Never
just stand
blinking.
like foreboding.
Just go stand there.
That's a little freaky.
Just
Can you
legit.
at least request that they fix my door you broke, you jag?
One of the shadows whisper.
Yes, just Yeah, I broke it. Well,
Yeah.
Turns out that this region of the world has these mouthy gnats that spout off.
Can we get some mending in here, please?
Those.
Mending, please. Mending.
She gets a couple of
When I
people.
came through,
They have to repair the door, take off the door entirely, and put on new doors. Because it's
I
unfortunately.
came through the
mending.
painting. I don't fit in the cupboard.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Would you like us to lock the door again?
Yes.
Okay. She orders another set of doors in preparation.
Sorry. Safety is safety.
Safety is safety.
Someone stares at the painting for too long and they disappear. Faded to obscurity. I don't feel too good for this to start.
It doesn't start yet. You still got several hours to go. Meanwhile, you guys get a full long rest.
Yes.
You level up, X, sir.
Yay!
No more exhaustion points across the board. Because everyone was at 1 at most. If there's
Yes.
anything you would like to do while you're waiting for sparks to come through the painting, / have the sun go down again, because the portal is not exactly open completely when the sun is out.
I stay in my hammock unless people scream regarding demons and then or devils and then
I forgot to lift my
interfere.
No screams,
my
but a
backpack
lot
with
of
you.
hushed conversation.
Yeah, that's fine. And then I'm staring at my sending stone, hoping that Aranet reports that he was able to escape. But like, that's
Nothing
literally,
yet.
I'm there in the hammock staring at it. Like, that is my entire day. If you talk to me, I'm waiting for a text.
But
Kind of. Like,
10 hours of that later, there's a
I think she's obsessed.
Says the one with the sword.
It's my precious.
the sound of the Master of Grief. Message received. Made preparations, knowing you. They are underway. Update in 3 days.
cool. I send back, do you need anything?
Processing that, huh? Not at the moment.
Okay.
Vedic is asleep on a carpet inside the dome. Rats! Big rats!
Rodents of unusual sizes.
With pricks slung. Joke about foul out Johnny.
As the day ends, unless you guys wish to do anything in the meantime while you're waiting. Going once, going twice, it's that time, man.
Yes.
About 2 hours after sunset, you arrive.
Just materialize.
As dots collapse and become more and more fine.
Ah. Ooh. Oh, it's warm here.
You are no longer exhausted, by the way, and you level up yourself.
Yay!
And I forgot, he also tells you how to work the weaponry and takes you out to the shooting range in the back.
Teach me how to use it. God.
Yeah, teach you how to
Skip
use
all that.
it. And that's where he also realized that the reason why you didn't hear anything is because it's surrounded by a silent spell casting, enchantment, whatever,
Because how else are we going to have a silent shooting range?
because there was too many noise complaints.
No, the constant from the mortars.
Mortars, grenades, and pretty much everything is used to make sure that it's integrally correct, so to speak. Because the only way to figure out if a weapon is well made is if you use it.
Right.
At the time, yeah.
That's not true. You
Very
can get
true.
someone else to use it.
Someone still has to use it.
Yeah, but you don't have to. You can let
Tie a
them
string to the
take
trigger.
it.
Surprisingly, there's a lot of gnomes there.
And the pre-drag rabbits. Anyways, I'm back.
They're happy to try out.
Nicholas.
You have things? What'd you find? Ooh, what are those?
You bought me a crown.
Oh, yes. It's a magical crown.
We thought it only fitting, given what happens.
I don't understand
Look, it was
any.
either this or a brooch.
Take the crown.
The pro because she doesn't like to stand out, dudes.
She's about to. You don't understand. Like, he pulls out the book and
She
goes,
puts it on her head and she has
He gets
no
to choose
idea
what he
what it
wants.
is or what it does.
Dude, look what you just got. Jeez. Oh my
There's
God.
attachment and stuff like that, so you're able to go through and figure out.
Wow.
When it noted, she puts it on her
You
head
have
and she
homework.
immediately develops absurdly long cowlicks through it, and though her hair cannot be contained.
Oh, someone please do some character art on that. That'd be fucking awesome.
Oh my god. There's so much crap here.
You went to a gun shop. It's not just going to be, yeah, this is just 1,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
And
How much of my money did you spend?
It wasn't actually. I didn't spend a single bit of your money actually.
You don't have money.
Glancer, actually, we have a sugar daddy.
you have a
Oh, what?
Minor
Hatred.
illusion, giant
Hatred.
question mark.
I take out the case that I had, and it now has my money in it in little sacks. It's like, so this little case was full, like 10,000 or like 1,000 platinum, and
Sure.
I used that to buy all this.
Where did you get that?
Glancer.
Glancer.
Yeah. He also has a note.
Who's Glancer?
What's the
I
note?
take the note.
Oh, you went there.
I look-
Who's Glancer?
How much of everyone's money did you spend?
I bought you all healing potions.
Answer the question.
It's about half of it. It was so there's still it was my half and your half.
That's all of it. Halves. Right.
Sorry. There's still platinum in there.
Fucking hick.
There's still
You're
platinum in
a
there.
robot. You should be able to do math.
There's still platinum in there. There's a good amount. So
how much did you? Oh, well, he doesn't have a
I do. I
definitive
have,
answer.
I do. I have it here. I haven't calculated it yet. There was 10,000 gold in total. I spent 5,600. So there's still a decent amount in there. I still had enough to cover on my end. So they can still get their bits if they want
So
it.
there's 440 platinum pieces in there.
Correct.
Who is Glancer?
I mean, you're getting paid. You're the one who asked the question?
Paid?
He's someone from the Warforged that is one of the
I'm gonna say that
primary council members of the Warforged nation.
I'm going to round it off to 500. There's 500 platinum in there. I'm going to spend the last bit of my money on there. So I'm still putting my money into it. So there's 500 platinum in there.
So you spent all of my share.
No.
You didn't know you had it.
You spent all of my share, but none of my money.
It's all a matter of perspective.
Yes?
Yes.
Would you like a superior healing potion?
Yes, I would.
Oh, man.
Would you like a greater healing potion? Would you like 2 greater healing potions?
Ah.
I will take some ale from you. I have several jugs. Can I have some ale from you?
You need a healing potion too.
You said
Oh,
the
I
guy
have.
with the least
I actually
amount
have
of
my
info.
brooch that
That's
helps
fine.
you.
This worked out great. He
Can you
didn't
just
spend
drink that in
any of
battle?
my money. And you know
Yes.
what? I still have more money than everyone.
But that's-
It hasn't come up, but
I
I
have
think
this
it's
amulet
terminally
as
broke.
long as I drink it.
Can you drink in battle?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I can drink the potion. I can drink a pint of ale.
That's fair.
Give me some
I
ale.
don't.
You can drink an ale, you can drink a potion.
I'm filling
You can
up
dodge a
all-
wrench, you can dodge a ball.
I'm not sure
I'm
those
filling up
are.
all my jugs. all my jugs, and they're going into different pouches.
with water?
No,
Round
ale.
with 3 up.
Okay.
Is it like the dodge?
How many jugs do you
can
have?
dodge
I have
ball thing,
4
the pint
jugs,
of ale versus a
of
potion.
which-
Like
They can hold.
Roughly,
This
they're
is
about
a
half a
pound.
gallon each.
Yeah.
this is not a single
So your
turn.
weight just went up. But that doesn't really matter at
I
this
mean, it
point.
can be if you have
About
like the people
10
who
pounds.
like you have the apprentice
Like what's
making health
heavy?
potions. That's their health potion.
When I-
It's not as refined.
This is not a single turn. You can make
18
potions
bags.
that are not a single turn, but you cannot make a pint of ale that is a
It went
potion.
up roughly.
You're not
You can't condense it down to a potion.
You obviously don't know dwarves.
I I mean,
There's a secret recipe that only dwarves know, where they give it to you in thimbles, and it puts a dwarf on their ass for weeks at a time.
It makes them forget about days and pretends that they can fly sometimes.
I made a terrible mistake.
So yes, there's
They call it
500 platinum,
tequila.
250 platinum, 250
excuse me,
platinum.
discount. Thank you.
Mezcal.
So
I'm certain many folks who are watching have made the same mistake.
Ooh.
you'll have 250 platinum, 250 platinum for you guys, and I give you all of your money back.
Yep.
Betty's like, yeah, I'll take money. Okay.
Cool.
Clearly not mine, but all right, here we go.
You're still the richest person in the party.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because I spent all my share there.
Let me know what you're looking at, and I'll tell you the pricing of it.
Yeah, and later because that's a lot of niche crap.
Yeah. We're gonna have to break out a calculator.
A little bit. There's gonna be a lot of different rounds. My turn used to be very simple as a fighter of going through and hacking, slashy, or punchy. Now it's going to be, which round should I use for this people?
Yep.
I've never
Yep.
known you where you
Become a
didn't at
spellcaster
least
with
have
weapon.
electrocute as an option.
I mean, lightning strike was effective for the better part of.
I'm just saying,
My
like
lower
it's
levels.
never been hack/punch. It's been hack/electrocute. Weird jump shit. What the fuck is this pack on your back? Like
I can.
Everyone gets wet. Everyone.
constantly. That is a consistent experience.
Actually, I kind of like
Okay.
that
Not to
idea.
mention the whole like, I
Okay.
would like you to stop moving. Like,
Time to go to
I
sleep.
would like
now.
you to not minimize your options.
I wasn't minimizing them. I was just. They're much more numerous now. Like I can still hold someone and shoot them at the same time.
Sure. I just like it's never been like. There's been a greater calculus spectrum of you going, what to do now, than what you were like. You've never been in kindergarten. You've always been at least in 7th grade.
Oh, 7th grade was terrible. Everyone who's been in 7th grade hates 7th grade.
It's better than 9th grade.
Truth.
Yeah, freshman year. Everyone hates freshman year.
Cast your votes now.
Yeah, because you went from being the top of the school in 8th grade to being the bottom of the school again.
No, really. The main issue was a
I
bunch
think
of
you
people
overestimate
had
eighth graders.
I think
that, and a bunch of people hit a growth spurt at 9th
Now
grade,
that-
and I never hit a growth spurt. And 9th grade is when the "Hey Tanya, how you doing?" started, and I'm going to tell you that's not a fun experience because 9th graders don't shower well, and they smell like their armpits.
And they don't put anything on their armpits.
Meanwhile, in the desert tea.
Yes. Let us conclude with understanding now that we are all got our new toys.
Oh.
Where
What the
are
fuck
we
is mine?
to go?
Item of shield.
Item of shield 3 times a day, non-attunement, but every time you cast a 3rd level shield in the same day, you roll a d20. On a 1, it dies.
Okay, you said non-attunement. I dig this item.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the
I didn't ask many
keywords at
questions,
this
I just said
point.
shield.
Non-attunement.
Dude, awesome thing on my head.
thing.
Technically, you don't need to wear it. You just need to have it on you.
3 shield. It breaky sometimes.
You have to wear it.
But it's the 3rd time after you use it in a day.
Yes.
Okay,
Because it's
so if
3
you-
times a day.
3 times a day, so the 3rd time you use it, it's risk of 5% chance of
Breaking.
Which we go
Yeah,
back home,
it
we buy another
breaky
one.
sometimes. I took the note. It's
Yeah,
fine.
okay.
Which we go back home, we buy another one.
Shall we conclude with understanding where we are to go after now that we are all
We
back
gotta
to
go
We're
where
gonna go kill some scorpion
things.
things.
We're going to find the scorpion things. Let's go do that.
I mean, it's not really a fine.
What the hell is that? It's like you took a mechanical penis and put a firearm on the end of it.
It's my new toy.
Benedict?
I'll tell you when you're about 400 years older.
And on that note,
I think,
On that bombshell, it's time to end.
yeah, we're going to take a small break.
Wait, aren't we going to take a big ass break? A big giant.
We're moving the fuck
throbbing,
on.
girthy break,
It's not the size that counts.
capable of unloading every round.
I get fired 3 times around.
Right, but on the 3rd fire, you gotta roll a d20 and it's not coming back.
I am no 3-pump
It
chump.
doesn't work after the 3rd time, yeah.
Make a
God.
Constitution save throw.
Tequila's a 50-50 on whether it gets you up to 5 or down.
Roll the outro, damn it! Just get us out of here.
Oh shit!
I spent all that fucking time on mechanics of firearms, detachable materials, and different barrel types.
Well, it's good that you're supporting lifestyles that require detachable.
Wow. Okay.
We're going now, just please. Bye, everyone.
I thought we were out already.
We're not.
Goodbye. Stay safe. Use protection.
And
Keep on rolling.
all right, yeah. All right. So, oh my God, that's brilliant. Oh gosh.